Hi, welcome to Math 161, Pre-Calculus. My name is Clark Loveridge. You can call me Clark with no title. Uh, the Pre-Calculus, the topics are mainly about functions. Function is usually represented by equation, and it gives a special equation that gives one output for each, only one output for each input. Um, so, for example, the formula for converting from temperatures from Fahrenheit to Celsius would be a function because there's only one Celsius temperature for each Fahrenheit temperature. Um, Functions are important because some of the procedures in calculus can only be done on functions. Um, and we'll be starting out the course with some equations that are not necessarily functions. For example, the equation for a circle um, has more than one y value for each x value, and also more than one x value for each y value. So those equations will not be functions, and so we'll start out with some of those, and then later we'll sort of specialize to functions. Um, and To access the course in Canvas, you go to the course homepage in Canvas, and I'm going to share my screen here. And Actually, let's see. Um, okay. Okay, so now I'm going to share my screen. Um, so if you go into Canvas, you'll see some whatever courses you're signed up for listed, and you want to click on Math 161. And and that should take you to the home page. Right now, the home page is a syllabus, and this is you'll see a link to a welcome video, which is what I'm making now. And uh, This is a HyFlex course. It's relatively new format at Community College of Philadelphia. At other schools, it's been around since 2005, and but the HyFlex format basically enables you to decide each day if you want to attend class in person or online, or even watch the videos later online. So class uh, okay, so the class will meet in person each day, but we'll be recording um, the um, the class session so that you can watch it later online, or you can watch it uh, uh, synchronously online. Um, I also have office hours either in person or online. My office is B218. There's a link to office hours there. So the links in the for the class is going to be different from the links in the office hours, but there's still both of those that will be in the syllabus. The textbook, we're using an open resource textbook. That means you can download it for free. If you want a hard copy, I think it's somewhere around $50. Um, but there's you can download a PDF file, electronic version of the textbook that's from the course files for free. Um, we'll also be using courseware WebAssign for homework and exams. WebAssign is not free. Um, so the WebAssign you can get on the first 2 weeks without paying, but for a 2 week trial period. But eventually you have to pay. I will click on the link here to WebAssign, and let's make sure I'm sharing the screen here. So if you click on that link, the first time you want to go into WebAssign, you want to enter the class key, which will be the letters CCP, a space, and then four numbers, another space, and another four numbers. Um, so you want to enter that class key um, so that I will be able to see your homework and your exams. If you enter a different class key, then maybe some other instructor will see that information. So anyway, the first time you go on, you want to click on enter class key, and then you put in the class key, and it'll lead you through the steps of setting up an account. It'll ask for your email, whatever email you want to use, CCP email or personal email, whatever email address you want to give them. And it'll also ask you if you're ready to pay um, for the access code, or if you already have an access code to it. But you don't really have to submit that for the first 2 weeks if you don't have it yet. Um, it's the access code is somewhere between $40 and $60. It's cheaper if you're using a credit card. It's cheaper to buy it directly from WebAssign. If you're using your bookstore credit with financial aid and bookstore credit, then the bookstore credit is only good for the CCP bookstore. You can't use it with WebAssign. But if you're using a credit card, it's going to be cheaper on WebAssign, getting it directly from the publisher. Okay, so I'll go back to my. I'm going to stop my share here so I can figure out where I am, and then I'll start a new share my screen here. Okay, so that's the courseware we'll be using. I don't recommend a calculator. Probably a good idea to have a binder and some loose leaf paper to for your notes, your homework and your notes. There'll be weekly modules. I'll get into what modules. I'll explain that a little bit more with that. The grading, there'll be weekly discussions, threaded discussions. There's a link in the modules for the discussions. So 5 points per week times 15 weeks, 75 points. The homework which you submit on WebAssign, 5 points per week times 15 weeks, 75 points. There's 2 unit exams, sort of monthly exams, times 100 points, 200 points. So the total, not counting the final exam, is 350 points. There's if you go into your course grades, you'll see there's in Canvas, you'll see 2 final exams listed. There's only one final exam. I transfer the grades from for the homework and the exams from WebAssign into Canvas, but for the final exam, I weight it 2 different ways. So if you do better on the final than you did prior to the final is going to be worth 72% of your grade. So it's going to be to your advantage to count it, weight the final more heavily. If you do better prior to the final than you did on the final is going to be worth 30% of your grade. I weight the final exam one of 2 different ways. I'll weight it whichever way will give you the higher grade for the course. So last day withdrawal is on here. And there's some opportunities to get involved with student activities, clubs, sports. They say that students that get involved in extracurricular activities feel more of a connection to the college, and I think the personal connection helps people to persevere to complete their degree. So let me on the sidebar we have some links. Right now we're in the syllabus. The homepage right now also goes to the syllabus. Later I'll switch the homepage to the modules, but you can click on these links. So I'm going to click on the module links here. And so there's weekly modules each week. We'll start out with an overview. If you click on these are all links. The learning goals for that week. The first week, we're going to be working with linear equations of straight lines. And there's some videos here. You can click on those for YouTube videos. there's a link here to discussion. So if you click on that discussion link, there'll be a discussion prompt each week, and you can. I like you to make your initial response by Wednesday of each week, and then your respond to two other learners by Saturday of each week. Weekly homework assignments will be due on Saturday of each week. I also have a link to office hours here. Um, anyway, so the week 2 modules, it's the same idea. Week 2 we'll be working with equations of ellipses, which includes equations of circles. There's some YouTube videos, discussion, um, and there's also a link to the web assigned for the homework. Okay, so there's 15 modules. The weeks 5, 10, and 15 will be exams. So we go to week 5, you see review and exam. If you click on files, uh, the there, if you click on student admissions, submissions rather, here we have some examples of applications of some of the topics we'll be studying. For example, ellipse. Um, I have a hard time scrolling this here. Here we go. Um, uh, ellipse is used in a medical device called a lithotripter. It destroys kidney stones by generating sound waves, and it works by using the two foci of an ellipse. You lay down an elliptical tub. Well, one of the kidney stones is aligned to one of the foci of the ellipse, and shock waves from the other focus destroys the kidney stone. Um, so that's and there's also so, these are all student submissions here. People found these online, but artists also use ellipses in drawing bottles. If you turn a circle on an angle, it looks like an ellipse, and you can draw a bottle using a series of ellipses. Um, so anyway, those are a couple of applications. And if you click on transcripts, there's weekly, basically these are lecture notes. So this has the same information as the YouTube videos in the modules. You'll see links to YouTube videos. These first uh, lecture notes are on equations of straight lines, and then we'll get into equations of ellipses in week 2. So if you prefer that format, um, you can look at these in written form. Um, there's also a link to grades here on the sidebar. And I'm going to go down to assignments. Um, so if in your link, if you click on the grade link to grades, you'll see these week 1D, week 2D, and so forth. These are the discussions. So you don't have to fill these in. I'll fill them in for you. Um, and you can do a sort of a what if you want to fill them in yourself. You can do what if I got this grade? What would my average be? You can always do that. But um, that's just sort of a temporary fill it in. It doesn't stay there. Um, and then uh, H week 1 HW. These are the homework assignments. And again, uh, I'll fill the numbers in here. So the WK1 HW, week 1 homework, week 2 homework, week 3 homework, and so forth. And then we have the exams, week 5 exam, week 10 exam. We have 2 entries for the final exam. There's only one final exam, but it's weighted 2 different ways, and I'll weight it whichever way works to your advantage. Um, so the also, right now, in the weekly modules, well, we have some videos that I've did, but I'll be uh, when the class starts meeting, I'll be posting additional videos. I'll be recording the class sessions. So I'll be for the classes for week one, I'll add those to the week one module. So if you want to take a look again at what we went over in class, you can take a look at those. And okay, so that's pretty much it. I look forward to meeting all of you when the semester starts. And uh, so that's all for now. Um,